People, welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. We're here for a kind of a pre-season review of how we think this season has gone. You know, we've got a short break coming up ahead of us now, which is a little bit strange, of course, for the World Cup. And we're just going to talk outside London Stadium about how we think the season has gone so far. I'm joined by Phil today. Phil, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. So, high expectations coming into the season. We spent so much money in the summer, which none of us expected. Overall, how do you think we've done?
It's been a bit of a slow start for us. I think we all had the expectations, following on from playing in Europe last season, and with the amount of money we spent as well. So we thought we might expect to be playing a bit better. But slowly but surely, the players, they're all starting to gel. We're not playing like world-class performances, but the important thing is just getting the job done, getting 3 points when you can. So hopefully, going into the World Cup break, just be as high as possible. If we're in the top 10, that'd be good, and then we'll get a bit more momentum. All our players coming back fully fit as well. We'll have a great, strong second half of the season.
Yeah. So in terms of Premier League, just to start with that, so we've got a few games left now, 2 or 3 games left. We want to, we are going to be around that mid-table. If we can just push maybe into that 10th or maybe 9th, just to get into the top half of the table, because that just gives a massive boost then, and it does give us the platform to come back. We don't know how teams are going to react after this World Cup break, because we've never really seen anything like it apart from COVID a few years ago. So it's going to be interesting how teams come back and develop through it, but it's just crucial that we give ourselves a platform and we're not down in 13th, 14th, 15th heading into the second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Because obviously we've got a fair amount of players going into the World Cup, so we don't know how they're going to be. Are they going to be fatigued? Because even if they don't play, they're still going out there.
We've got loads of players there. We've got the Italians, thankfully, are staying, Emerson and Scamacca, so they won't be going anywhere. But we've got Rice, Pats, Bowen. We've got loads of international players that we've brought in, because we've brought in some really good players. But then they're international, so we've got plenty going out. So that could be a factor for the big clubs and perhaps us as well for the second half of the season.
Well, maybe. I mean, if you take Manchester City, for instance,
Except from Haaland, they've got pretty much everybody going.
Exactly. So it's going to be scary to see what he's going to be like going into the second half of the season. But in terms of West Ham, it's got a couple of games left in the league alone. So just get the job done there. We want to finish, like I say, want to be as high as possible. I mean, just look how tight it was, before the Bournemouth game. Started it in 17th, get the win, we're in 10th place. Exactly. It's incredibly tight down there. Yeah. So it will give us a good little confidence boost going in, especially with our Europe run, which is always good. So, yeah, I think it'll be all right.
It's been a funny start to the season, because not many teams have got going yet. We've got kind of the top 6 that have done okay, and the 7 and Newcastle you can add into that. But pretty much every other team has had a pretty poor start to the season. And people are mentioning, we've got like a 13 in a sort of relegation battle here, because it's so tight. A couple of wins and we're there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're always solely focusing on West Ham anyway, but yeah, a lot of teams haven't been at the races, like Liverpool as well. They've been pretty poor, so it just makes it more entertaining, really, for the neutral fan. Really, it's just like
because any result is possible. Forest are beating Liverpool, we're losing where we should be winning these games. It's a really funny season, and we need to just sort of try and get back to a bit of normality as we head and finish off this part of the season well. Yeah,
I mean, it'll even out eventually. You'll have the usual suspects in their respective positions anyway. So it's going to be tight. But I think once we go into January, I think it'll be all right. We'll get a few good wins, especially with no Europe as well. So I think get some decent results. If we just hover around, like around 7th.
If we can get to that platform, I think then we'll be okay.
Definitely, and even if we get a couple of additions as well in January, it's always going to help. So just keep them, the core of the squad okay. If we need to get a couple of extra additions, that'd be good. It'll help us out loads.
In terms of Europe, then, we're all but qualified through now, which is good. We've had a pretty smooth European campaign with it. A couple of not nice performances in there, but we've got it done. How crucial do you think, and how much do you think we should put on the line to hopefully go in and win in this conference?
We just got to go in all out.
Is it the priority?
Yes, it has to be. We're in here. We're not here just there to make up the numbers. This is it's not every day we're in a European competition, is it? So we just got to go for it. I mean, we had no choice but to go for it last season because we had the same players every single week.
Yeah.
So this is, this is what we want. This is why we're buying these big players to take us to that next level.
Yeah.
Albeit it's a Conference League, but it's Europe. So go for it.
That's all we got really with it, because we were in this Conference League and the bookies were sort of starting us at the start to do well with it, and we just want to just go and try and win it.
Unbelievable.
Here he is, look. Come on, come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here, come here.
What?
You alright?
I'm all right.
Just the rest
Go
of
on,
them,
you
innit?
go on,
Yeah,
you carry
sorry.
on, you
It's
carry
got his bag and all that. DJ Rusty V outside the London Stadium. But yeah, just to finish things off then.
Yeah.
Expectations, what would you be happy with at the end of this season?
League-wise, I'll stay with top 7.
Europe qualification league-wise would be massive again, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Also, you want to finish high as possible. So if we can stay around the European spaces, that'd be perfect. So it's very important to, we're already in the knockout stages anyway of the Conference League. So just go for it. We're still pretty much one of the favourites to go all the way. So
Yeah.
make that our priority.
Yeah, hopefully we can go and win that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. This has been a kind of a mid-season review of what we've made things so far this season. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you're new. Check out our channel sponsors, SRM Carver & Son, by clicking the link in the description down below, as well as clicking the join button to become a channel member as well. All of that in between. Phil, thank you very much, and hopefully we have a good second half to the season.
Cheers, Jake. Hopefully it'll be good.
Thanks, guys, and bye-bye.